Hey there, this is Marisa with Marisa Moments Podcast, Healing While I Heal, where I share real life stories and their divine healing translations. So let's just get straight into it. So, I started watching some reality TV shows again. Now, you may or may not know, but I used to watch reality TV like all the time, like set a clock to it. Whenever I have any downtime, that's exactly what I'm going to be looking at. And then I need to have discussions immediately after, right? With any friend, family member, foe, doesn't matter, whoever else watched it, let's compare notes and talk about how scandalous these people are, right? Now I'm just being real, right? But anyway, so I stopped watching them because that's how I was divinely instructed to stop engaging in that type of material, right? Now, I'm not saying anything against anybody who does watch it. I have to put this disclaimer out there because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's not my intention. I'm not calling anyone out. If you feel called out, maybe that's your own spiritual divine instruction to stop watching it, right? I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. Anywho, so I started watching again. Just a little bit here and there. I mean, I like to watch TV sometimes, and usually the TV actually watches me as I like fold laundry or do housework or whatever it is, right? And so as I'm watching these reality TV shows, one, I'm just like, wow, this is wild. Like sometimes you forget how wild something is if you've stepped away from it for a while, and then you go back and you're like, whoa, has it always been like this, right? Oh, there's a red robin. Or is that a cardinal? I don't know. What are birds? Anywho, let me refocus. Did I mention I have ADD? Okay, refocusing. So I'm watching these shows, but I'm watching it from a different perspective and a different standpoint, because obviously I've been working on my healing journey for quite a while now. Whether I've been doing it subconsciously or consciously, I've been working on healing. And I've stepped away from a lot of different things, and I've reassessed a lot of different things. And so now as I watch it, I look for myself. I honestly look for myself every single time. And I'm not talking about just looking for the nicest person in the show and then try to identify with them and try to make it fit me. No, a lot of times it's the most air quotes toxic person in the room that I most identify with, because again, I'm healing as I heal. There's no version of perfection that exists out here unless we're lying about ourselves, right? We all have intrusive thoughts. We all have moments of doubt. We all have all of these different things. That's what makes us human, or at least mostly human. Anywho, I digress. The thing of it is I'm able to identify these toxic traits and see them in other people because it's often easier to see ourselves as reflections in other people or projections in other people. So that way we can actually identify what we still need to work on and what we still need to heal. Now, here's a little aside tip. Oftentimes, the things that trigger us in other people are the things that we actually need to heal within ourselves. If you feel like you want to say it's a they situation and not a me situation, then that's even more so confirmation that you need to probably work on it, right? You probably need to heal whatever it is that you are identifying in others. No one is perfect. It's okay. Admitted, accountability is a huge part of this healing journey and process. Anywho, the bottom line to this bottom line is it's necessary. Don't feel like you have to restrict yourselves from certain behavior groups, individuals, or anything like that just because you are on this spiritual journey. The whole notion of wearing the all white and sitting crisscross applesauce in meditation, yeah, sure, it works for some people, but a lot of times that idea, that notion, that symbolism is the very thing that has been created to make the common man feel like they're unworthy of actually ascending, which could not be farther from the truth. You do not have to separate yourself from anyone or anything unless you feel divinely called to do it. The only rules, and I'm going to remind you again, are to cause no intentional harm to self or one another. Beyond that, your journey is very individualized. It is very sovereign, which I think means the same thing. I mean, I look up the word sovereign, and it kind of has a weird meaning and definition, so I'm not sure, but it feels right? So that's what we're going to go with. Again, bottom line to this bottom line is, one, be able to identify yourself in others. Don't just look to point out and judge other people based off of what you perceive to be their toxic traits. Allow anything and everything to be a guiding force in your healing journey. It's not just about the whole love and light principle. It's about going into that darkness and identifying the truth within yourself that most of the world and most of the community will have you suppress, because suppression is not healing. That's it. And if this message resonates, then that means it is for you. And if not, that's cool too. Just keep it pushing. Either way, I thank you for listening, and I wish you the very, very, very best day ever. Until next time, you know the vibes. Peace. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to check me out on all social media. I'm basically everywhere you probably shouldn't be. But when you look me up, just remember it is Marisa Moments, and that is Marisa with one S, because there is only one me. So until next time, happy healing.